Now we're ready to start Chapter 2. We'll be looking at our chemistry and at water, characteristics of water, and also some of our macromolecules in this unit. Um, First of all, we want to start out with our first objective for Section 2.1, which is the only objective, which is describe the properties associated with living organisms. Now, these are the characteristics of anything that's considered alive, and they have to be, for something to be considered living, it has to have every one of these characteristics, not most of them, but every one. There has to be a common set of biological molecules, such as lipids and proteins and carbohydrates. Has to be composed of cells, because the cell is the smallest unit of structure and function of all living things. Has to be able to grow and increase in size. Movement is a characteristic, and movement doesn't always mean moving from one place to another. It can also mean movement within the organisms, movement of substances in and out of cells. Reproduction has to be, our cells reproduce all the time, and we're not just talking about reproduction to make new offspring, although that is important for the species to continue to exist. Another characteristic is they have to be able to respond to external stimuli, and they have to have metabolism, which is all the chemical processes that occur within the cell, whether it be anabolism, where you're synthesizing substances, or like proteins, you're putting together all of the amino acids to make the proteins, or it could be catabolism, where you're breaking down substances, where you break down substances to produce energy. Both of those are part of metabolism. And the last characteristic is maintaining homeostasis, where they maintain a constant internal environment even though the external environment changes. The internal environment remains constant, so that all of these processes and things that need to happen to continue living will happen. And again, I want to emphasize you have to have all of these characteristics, not just some of them, but all of them to be considered living. Now, let's ask ourselves the question, do non-living things have any of these characteristics? You know, what about fire, or clouds, or rocks? What about zombies? You know, you may have watched The Walking Dead on TV. Let's compare the two, zombies and living humans. Well, if we look at this, humans grow, but zombies don't grow from child to adult. If they became a zombie as a child, they stay that child zombie. Humans move. Can zombies move? Yes, but they can be hindered by their injuries, like they might drag their foot because it's broken. Humans reproduce and pass genetic information to our offspring. But zombies don't do that. They don't produce offspring, and they don't pass any genetic information. The only way to make a new zombie is for an old zombie to bite you. Humans respond to external stimuli, and zombies do respond to limited stimuli. If you watch The Walking Dead, they responded to sound. And so they did respond to some stimuli, but humans that are living respond to a lot of different types of external stimuli. We also metabolize. We build molecules, break down molecules, but zombies, even though they eat human flesh, they don't metabolize it for nourishment. You don't see a zombie getting fatter because they ate so many humans. We also, living humans, maintain homeostasis. We keep our internal environment constant. Zombies have limited homeostatic abilities, but we maintain homeostasis and to stay well and to stay living. They don't have any kind of healing properties. If you poke their eye out, their eye is always poked out, or if you break their leg is always broken. They don't heal. And living humans evolve over time. We change over time. Zombies don't change. Like I said, if they became a zombie as a child, they stay a child zombie. So even though they share some of the characteristics, they don't share all of the characteristics of living things. So there you can see why it's so important that you have all of those characteristics.